to the slugs. The slugs absolutely love beer. Some people might see this as a waste, but I had a advent calendar at Christmas with all of these in, hence why we've got Elf on here. And yeah, I was told that the slugs, they love the aroma of the beer, so they go towards it, they get inside, they have a little drink, they love it, it's tasty for them, and then they forget to get out. So slugs, they love beer. That's the way I'd like to go. Anyway, let's crack on with today's episode. Welcome to another episode. So what are we doing today? Great question. So what I've done is I've set out all of the things that we have to do, which include these few things. I've got the Red Baron 50 onion sets. As you can imagine, there's quite a lot in there. Probably about 50, I reckon. And then we've got the grow your own potatoes. These are good to go. And they've actually chitted in the bag as well, which has been fantastic. So they need to be set up. And then I got this for Christmas, right? I think it's a really good idea. So easy to grow all year round vegetable seed tin. I'll just show you what's inside. We have so many in here. We've got all of those. So we've got a leek, pepper, more leek, spring onions, tomatoes and carrots. Then we've got more tomatoes, a little lettuce, a bigger lettuce, a different coloured lettuce, some hot chilli seeds, what's that, spring onions, beetroot, but striped ones, candy striped beetroot, that's exciting, radishes, they're apparently really easy to do. What else have we got? Cucumber, there's so many in here. What's that? Parsley, got parsley, got some, oh, that's an interesting one, some purple heritage broccoli, never seen that before, that's interesting. Some rainbow chard, celery, cabbage, kale, and some rude emojis. So there's quite a lot to actually choose from in here. The question is, what is it that we want to do this year? So I'm not actually too keen on aubergines, I'm not too keen on kale. I'll probably just sort all of these into the ones that I don't like, and then we can go from there to what we actually do want out of all of these. Okay, I've had a little sort out, so these are probably the ones that I'm going to give a go this year, and these are the ones that I won't try this year because I don't really see the point. I don't eat radishes, I don't think we've got the right climate for cucumber in our little greenhouse. Parsley I don't really use that much. The purple broccoli, that might be a fun one for next year. We've got the aubergine, the kale, what is that? That's a spring cabbage, the rainbow chard and the celery. Those are the ones that I don't really use or will end up doing. But we have all of these that I probably will try. So we've got the, what's that? That's the lettuce, the spring onions, the candy beetroot. These look quite fun. Not because I like chilies, but because I think that would be interesting to grow. There's no point in doing tomatoes because we've got loads already. So we've got all of those there. Wait, where's the... Oh, that's grown into there. And then we've got all the ones up there as well as this one right here. So there's a lot of tomatoes on the go already. I'm going to probably do some carrots soon, and then we'll give these a go as well. I've just pre-filled some of these now, the containers, to do the potatoes and the onions, and I've got these couple of seed trays here. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop that in there, and I'm going to steal some of this compost just to fill some of these up. And what I'm going to do, just like that, is taking compost from the other one, like that, there we go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a small set of beetroot in here. So I'm going to use up some of my older ones here. These need using up well, it says next year on the packet, but I need to use those up. And what I'm going to do, because these weren't successful last year, is I'm going to try the peas again. It's currently, God, what month are we? April. So these say that they can be done March, April, May, June and July. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to start some of these in one of these trays, because last year when I did it, it actually ended up being eaten by slugs because they were in an individual pot, and I couldn't look after them all the time because they were in the bottom of the greenhouse, and then they just got attacked for no reason whatsoever. So I'm thinking this time round, if I did them in one of these, then it means that I can look after it. It also means that I can put this on the top shelf where hopefully the slugs won't be able to get it, and I can nurture it. And once they get a little bit bigger and just poking out of the top of this tray, it means that I can then, hopefully by the time that they've grown, find a container that they'll fit in. I'm thinking maybe one of the long troughs that I've got, because then I can space them out as well. That was another thing. I planted them too close together, which is why the slugs were having an absolute whale of a time. So if I actually took them from this size to be able to then space them individually, it means that they have more chance of actually growing and not getting eaten, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Let's fill this one up as well and chuck some of this compost in here. I think this is a genius idea, and hopefully this time round I'll be able to get some peas, because I really struggled at the end of last year. I think I did it way too late in the season as well, so I didn't give myself enough time to be able to grow them. Right, there we are. Now what I'll do is I'll pop some of the peas inside there. These should be really simple to do. Got a massive bit of bark there. That's not going to help anyone, is it? It's not going to be able to help me grow anything. They just look like shriveled old peas. I assume that's what it is. I'm not sure. And that is the last one in there. So what I'll do is I'll just cover that up. I'll just steal some more of this compost and then just give it a small layer, just so they are covered and we know that they have a chance of growing. There we are. I'll make this a bit neater, but you get the idea. But the peas are done. Now what I'll do is the potatoes, because they are chitting really well. Look at these. Don't they look fantastic? They've chitted all by themselves. I've done nothing to them. I've left them in a bag in the living room, and they've just done this by themselves. So they are actually ready to go. So I'm going to plonk them straight in to the compost, cover it up. Probably just do 3 in this one, and 1 over here. Let's go for the smaller one, like that. And it is as simple as that. And I'm going to do the same in this pot. Look at that one. That's great. Look at them. They've done really well. I'll just break up some of this compost because I didn't beforehand. Get the lumps out. And we'll just pop that one in there. That one in there. And that one just in there. And we'll cover that up. Just like that. So I've got 4 chits left, so I'm hoping that'll do another 2 pots if I did 2 in each pot, if you see what I mean. That being the case, I'm going to leave those to start growing, and when I start seeing the green shoots pop out of the top of the soil, the compost, I'm going to fill it back up again and do that, layer it like we did last time, and then I'll start the other 2 pots, so then I have a cycle of potatoes coming this year. So once these ones are done, I can then cycle the new ones in as a production line and have unlimited potatoes, which in my eyes is a fantastic idea. Now I'm going to do the beetroot seeds, and hopefully it'll be just as simple as popping the seeds in again. Here we are then. I've got the sticks there for later when I need to start labelling. So I filled this with compost as well. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the seeds out and then we'll pop these in here. Just made some little holes in there. I've got the seeds right here, and now what we'll do is we'll just drop 1 in each. Ooh. Because I don't want... Oh, you see I've put 2 in there by accident. What I don't want is there to be too many in one, and then I grow a load of them like that. As an example, I've just put like 5 in that one, but there's no need to have 5 in there, because if all of these, if I get like a 50% tray rate, which is normally what is expected, if I get 6 good ones and 6 die, then I'm still going to have 6 single ones, which means putting them in single big pots so they have enough room to grow. But if I did a load in here, then it means that I'm going to have to pinch them anyway, and that's wasted growth in my eyes, and wasted seeds as well, so there's no point in doing that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of these excess ones, and then we'll just fill these over. Right, let's take this over to the compost, break a bit off, and then we'll just fill in just like that. There we are. Beautifully done. Just ever so slightly pat them down, not too ferociously, otherwise they won't be able to break up when they grow up out of the soil. Like that. Smooth it over. So we've got an equal covering. Beautiful. Now time for a little label. We're doing the carrots. So what we'll do is we'll make this really simple. These are from last year, and they need doing... Oh, that's okay, we've got bags of time on that. So this is the same variety that I used last year. And what I'm going to do this time round is I'm going to take a handful, and instead of going crazy with it like I did last year and the year before that, I'm going to sprinkle them reasonably even, which will stop and eliminate the pinching process of good ones from like I did last year, because I ended up pinching a lot of carrots that were growing, and I don't think it was actually needed. There we are. The seeds are ever so fine, and to think that that becomes a full-blown carrot is just crazy to me. Just going to cover them up so they have a very thin layer of compost there, and hopefully they'll do something now. Now, just for a visual, we've got the peas, we've got the beetroot, we've just done the carrots, and inside these two we have the potatoes. So all I've got to do now is label them, water them, and then find a home for them. And there we have it. That's all of those now done. So thanks very much for watching. If you got anything from this, make sure you like and subscribe to the Laughable Harvest. And I'll catch you in another video, whatever we may be doing next. So see you soon. Cheers.